Let me start with 2 breaths and a glass of water. Visualize this with me. Last August, I was hiking in a park in Perth, Western Australia. I stopped on the trail, took 1 deep breath, felt charged and alive. My mind was clear, and my nervous system said, yes, this is what air is supposed to do. Now compare that to taking a deep breath here in Houston. Same lungs, same action, but different result. Instead of recharged, I feel drained. It's similar with water. The most alive I've felt from a drink wasn't from a tap. It was drinking cooled mineral spring in Colorado. It made me feel more alive. As a systems engineer, that contrast is important. The component, my body, hasn't changed. The system it lives in has. Air, water, food, stress, and the built environment. My body is reporting on system design. We're in an AI revolution. Models are helping design better antibiotics, suggesting more resilient crops, and squeezing more efficiency from our energy systems. That's real, but there's a deeper question underneath all of that. Are we using AI to design for life, or to optimize metrics? For a long time, we treated knowledge as having the right answer, the correct label, the best prediction, the cleanest chart. In an AI-saturated world, that's not enough. Knowledge also has to ask, what does this do to people and planet? That's what I mean by ecosystemic intelligence, a way of knowing that includes its environment, one that cares whether the river is still drinkable and the soil is still alive. AI is centric to this shift. Used well, it can strengthen our relationship with nature. We can build systems that learn from soil, rivers, bodies, and communities. Systems that adapt with ecosystems, not against them. We can treat ethics and ecology as part of truth, not an optional slide. Used poorly, the same tools can pull us further away. We point AI at oceans of data and say, optimize this. Today, correlation isn't causation and optimization isn't wisdom. Some obsess over the best inference and context from the data we have and ignore what we never bothered to measure. The microbial life in the soil, the long-term impacts on a child's nervous system, the resilience of a community when climate shocks hit. We've already built systems that are brilliant at the wrong objectives. Shelf life over nutrition, throughput over resilience, screen time over mental health. Now we're handing those same objectives to AI and calling it progress. Real system design must start from first principles: physics, chemistry, biology, and human psychology. It begins with the reality that lungs, rivers, soil, and microbiomes have hard constraints. They do not care how elegant our models are. This alternative is part of synthesis engineering, using technology to create new products, chemicals, materials in ways that stop treating nature, technology, and society as separate silos and design them together intentionally. This combines natural laws, human values, and AI capabilities into systems that serve life. Here's the invitation. When we design AI, don't just ask, what can we automate? Ask, what does this do to the air someone breathes? What does this do to the water we drink? What does this do to the food we eat, the communities we live in, the dignity and agency we have? And who doesn't yet have access to this? There are millions of people less fortunate than us that will never have access to this technology. How can we design for them first? AI is not outside nature. AI is one of nature's enablers. Through us, we create new kinds of intelligence. The question is whether we use these minds to drift further away from nature and each other, or to reconnect, repair, and regenerate. So I'll leave you with 3 words: breathe, build, share.